Hey family, welcome back to another edition of the Opportunity Solutions. Now in this video today we are going to be looking at screen LCD replacement for this Lenovo T470s laptop ThinkPad, and as you can see, it's having a broken shattered screen. So without wasting any more time, let's dig into the video and replace this broken screen LCD laptop for this Lenovo ThinkPad T470s. Join me, let's do this. Now remember, precautionary measures, first things first. We need to first shut down this laptop before doing any or starting any operation on it. Now that means we have to forcefully press the power button and have it shut down. We are doing that because we cannot access the desktop to see how we can systematically shut down the laptop using normal procedure. Now that we can't have access to that, we just have to forcefully press the power button. As you can see, I'm forcefully pressing the power button and it will shut down. I will also disconnect the power cord, or rather the power source. Reason being, we need to disconnect all the power supply to the laptop. But also remember, this laptop has two built batteries embedded in there. So the only way we can disconnect that is by unscrewing and removing the cover to have access to those batteries and have them removed. So let's disconnect any power source by removing the internal batteries also right away. So in order for us to remove the cover, we need to unscrew this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws, and let's do that right away. We shall unscrew this first screw, unscrew the second screw, the third screw, the fourth screw, and then the fifth final screw. You have to do that gently so that you don't cause any damage. Once we are done, we get our pressure tool and then flip open the cover. Flip open the cover gently all around to have access to the internal batteries. Once that is done, we have two batteries. We have this battery and then this other one. So we have to first remove or rather disconnect it from the board. We'll do that by removing the first screw, second screw, and then the third screw. We are using a Phillips screwdriver to have this accomplished. So there is this black sellotape which is connecting or rather protecting the connection points. So this is the first battery, which is a 3-cell battery. We remove it and put it aside. Then we get to the second one, which is this one here, and this one has two screws, screw number 1 and then screw number 2 here, and it also has a black connector that we need to first disconnect off the motherboard. And this is the battery. Now that we have disconnected the internal battery, the laptop seems to be free of any power inlet. Then we get our cover gently and see that we cover to protect the board. We are doing this temporarily because after this we need to return the batteries. So once we are done, we can then flip open our laptop just like this. Let me get rid of these screws and put them aside. So once we are done, we get our pressure tool, and at the edges is where we need to pass this pressure tool and have this loose. So we are starting with this corner angle, if you can see clearly. You have to do this gently because remember it has locks. This screen bezel has locks which are soft, so you have to remove them gently to avoid breaking. In case you break it, it will be hard for the screen to be firm. So you unlock it gently, moving it in the circular motion. This side also the same for this side. Moving it gently, unlocking lock by lock, just like this. Get our pressure tool. Once we get to the last final one, we also, it has some glue which is making it stiff onto the screen. But you have to do this gently and then remove the screen bezel. So this is our screen bezel that we need to first get rid of. And once that is done, we have 4 screws here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 screws that we are interested in unscrewing and removing, so that we have access to the connector. So I'll start by the upper screws, unscrewing the upper screw. Screw number 1, I go to screw number 2 here. Screw number 3 as well. Screw number 4. Screw number 4. Once we are done, we then gently flip the screen, gently flip it onto the keyboard bezel, or rather the keyboard surface, just like this. Now the connector connecting the screen from the motherboard is exactly here, and it's having some sealing tape, which is some hard sealing tape, and we're going to remove that gently. You have to do that gently, remove the sealer tape gently, so that you don't affect the screen itself and also the screen board, which is connecting to the motherboard used through a connector. So I'll remove it gently. You have to do this gently because remember, it's the very sealer tape that you're going to use for the new screen that you have replaced. It's quite strong gum over there. So once it is done, we can then get the locker unlocked, and then once we are done unlocking, we remove, or rather disconnect the connector, or rather the connecting joint of the screen, and this is our broken screen that we need to replace. So we get our new one here. Let me first get it out of the envelope. This is the one that we are going to replace, and it's a second hand. It's not brand new. It was bought off online. So we then, through the same spirit, we then connect it back to this connection point, and using the same connection angle, have it connected to the same connector, or rather the same connection point. You have to do this gently, ensuring that all pins are entered and fitted in very well. Once that is done, we then activate the lock, push it further into the lock area. Then we press hard our sealing tape. But now our sealing tape seems to be softened a bit, so it won't firmly hold the connector, meaning that we need to improvise. So in this case, I'm going to improvise this other layer of sealer tape to have that connection covered and fitted in firmly, so that we have clear display without any interruptions. So I will connect it. Once that is done, I can then chop it. I can then chop it. Then flip back the screen into its sitting area. So we put back our screws and fit the screen firmly. Screw number 1. We'll go to the other side. Screw number 2 on the upper side. Fit it in very well. Go to screw number 3. Also at the lower side, lower downer side. Fit in firmly. Then we go to the fourth last one. The last one also fitted very well. Now we need to first test whether our screen is working before we close the laptop. So I'm going to first connect the power cord just to confirm that the screen is okay that we are replacing. I'll show you here. Press the power button and it will give us this Lenovo logo. So once we have confirmed that is okay, we can then press power force to have it covered. So we put back, we'll bring our screen bezel. We bring back our screen bezel and fit it in. Let me get you the angle very well. So we fit back our screen bezel just like that. And have it fitted very well. Then have it fitted in, have the locks back, fixed back. Have this also fixed back in its position firmly. Once the fitting is done, we can close our laptop and then flip it back to have the batteries also fitted in. We remove the cover and have our battery fixed back into their location. So we're starting off with this big let's start with this 2 cell battery. Put it back into its sitting area or rather sitting location. Fit this in, fit the second one, then also fit this battery back into its fitting area. Ensure that the sealing tape is covering it very well. Then we get our screws back. Get our screws back and fit them back into the fitting holes. So once that is done, we then get our cover. We get our cover and have it fitted. Our cover, have it fitted very well, and then screw tighten the screws back. Tighten the screws. Tighten the screw. The screw too. Then tighten the screw as well. So once that is done, we can then flip open the laptop and then connect our power cord. We then power it on. We then power it on, and we shall have that Lenovo logo, meaning that we have successfully replaced our screen. Thank you for watching till the end. In case this video has been of impact to you, kindly smash that like button and hit the subscription button in case you have not subscribed yet. Thank you, family, for those who have subscribed and liked the videos that I always post at the Opolo University Solutions. See you in the next video in a bit. Smash the like button as long as you don't smash my girl. See you. Cheers.